So I'm here with Peter Zien, the CEO, the owner of Alesmith. Peter, I came in here to buy my favorite beer, which is a Tony Gwynn-inspired Pale Ale 394. Can you first tell me where this idea came with, how you started working with Tony Gwynn and his family on this beer?
Sure. Well, thank you for coming out today on his birthday. In March of 2014, we were approached by the Gwynn family attorney that asked if we would be interested in brewing a beer for Tony. And of course we said yes. Apparently it's been on Tony's wish list for a number of years that he's wanted his own beer. So when he's in Cooperstown during the induction, he'd have his own beer to drink.
Yeah.
So we started working on it. It was just an unbelievable honor. We were in the Gwynn household many times, showing him our beers and dialing in what Tony likes about a beer. And what we came up with was a pale ale in the San Diego spirit of hoppiness, but not bitter. He did not like bitterness. It needed to have malt sweetness to it, and then a lot of floral citrusy hop. So we came up with the name. We made the design here, all in-house. We brought it to the Gwynns for their approval. We had notebooks ready for feedback, but Tony said don't change a thing. He loved it right off the bat. He loved the beer on the third try, and we've been brewing it the same way ever since. The beer premiered at Petco on June 6th, 2014, and unfortunately we lost Tony 10 days later. Tony was very proud that we had this beer made for him, and we're just so honored that he chose us, and we're very like-minded with the Gwynn family. The key words in our mission statement at Alesmith: integrity, loyalty, humility, we're humble, and these are all the things that Tony's known for as well. So it was really a perfect match, and like we say on the bottle, see what happens when a Hall of Fame perfectionist like Tony meets a world-class brewery to design a beer.
Do you know how hard it's been for me to find this beer in stock? I came here yesterday, it wasn't here, came back today, and I had a great surprise when I came back today.
You know how hard it is for us to keep up with it. I mean, we're brewing it round the clock, trying to make enough of this. It hasn't left Southern California. We're in 14 states, but we can't make enough just for the local market. And we're just thrilled that people are reacting so positively to it, and they like. Turns out Tony had great taste in beer, and they're loving his recipe.
Today on Tony Gwynn's 55th birthday, you guys launched and unveiled a brand new beer. What is this? What's the meaning behind it?
A trend in craft brewing is to make higher alcohol versions of styles and then call them imperial versions. So we made a 9% version of it. We use all real gold. This is Tony's silhouette and Hall of Fame signature from '07. And rather than call it Imperial 394, we're calling it Hall of Fame version 394. We're premiering it today on his birthday. This is a 9% by volume alcohol beer, and it has all the deliciousness of the standard 394, hoppy, malty, but now we're giving you just a little bit more bang for your buck there with a 9% profile on that. So we packaged this in a 750 milliliter bottle. It's as much a collector item as it is the great beer that's inside, and then also 100% of the proceeds from this are going to go towards building the Gwynn Pavilion and Museum at our new brewery located off of Alesmith Court and Miramar Road. And that will be used to generate income for the TAG Foundation, the Tony and Alicia Gwynn, which helps underprivileged children and young adults in education and to find jobs as well. So it's all about charity, and all the good people that have showed up today are making this dream of Tony's a reality. We had limited meetings, of course, in that 3-month period, but many times we talked about future beers and other things he wanted. And we talked about this beer to raise charity and to raise money for charity. And it's always been my idea is to really get that, Tony in solid gold on a bottle. What better tribute to the man?
Tony Gwynn loved to go back to the Hall of Fame every single year, hold court, tell stories, and it drove him crazy that Tom Seaver had his wine and Tom Seaver would pass it out. Which beer did Tony Gwynn want to pass out to his fellow Hall of Famers?
Well, I think both, but I think that was really the inspiration behind 394. Tony told that story to me about Tom, and he wouldn't give it to people who hit him too well. So, of course, Tony went 1 for 3 first time he faced Seaver and got the game-winning RBI, and I guess he sowed his faith there. He's never going to drink any of Tom Seaver wine. He said, I want to make a beer for the everyman, the hitter out there. And so, Tony isn't around to see this served at Cooperstown, but the beer will be there this year.
Right.
And we hope to be there with it and see some of those great hitters of all time enjoying Tony's spirit and passion in every drop of Alesmith 394.
Thank you so much. I'm sure I can tell, speak on behalf of thousands of San Diegans, very few things better than remember Tony Gwynn and enjoying a beer, something that meant a lot to him.
Oh, great. Well, thank you very much for coming out today.
Thank you.